We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Green, 39.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gone! Over!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action, being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Breaks through the contact. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watch it now, Barney.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run with Chubb. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
going to get it running right. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Over here, over here.
Andy Dalton. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
There you go, 368.
So Dalton now. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Dalton's going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Patriot!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there, 56. Watch him now, Barney. Leopard.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Got an open man. It's Rattler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Rattling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the left side here for Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. throwing. Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down.
Right, now,
pass rush is usually the best way
56.
because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Mayfield with it once more. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And Dalton to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Nice.
Dalton here from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mayfield down. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Detroit!
1st down, Mayfield. And Davis with it left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Gun! Let's go!
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns are pouring it on. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw here, Dalton. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Go, 368.
Passing. It's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Andrew Billings in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Marquette King now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And we're back now here in Cleveland as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Marquette King now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Dalton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
But confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368.
Operating from the gun, Dalton.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. As the drop. Oh, they're on him too quickly. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. In for the score. And the Browns are pouring it on.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Mixon, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
368.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Fielded at about the 28. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
5-0.
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly.
going forward. He's got a man complete. complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First and 10 for Dalton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
368!
To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And Eifert has it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. This will be Dalton again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Lead! 368!
Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's do or die for Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Browns, The perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.